Happy Friday. Although some of you may be disappointed to hear it, this is my last day of exile, and I will be back with you on Monday. So enjoy your last day with your great sub, and I will look forward to seeing you on Monday. I wanted to share with you a couple directions straight from me as we lead into the next week so that you'll be prepared for what's coming up as you get started today. Now, yesterday's assignment, paying attention to writing notes number 2, was probably pretty challenging because some of you weren't even in the class when we went over this stuff. And a lot of you, it was a long time ago. So hopefully this got you to go over your notes and review some things. There's a couple things I want to go over. When it was talking about writing in third person, the third example said, if you listen to the lyrics in the song, you will know that it is about her parents' divorce. A couple things here. First off, it's in second person, and that's bad. So any way you can write it in third person would have been fine. I also, in a real good thesis, would have actually named the song, but for the example, I didn't give you that. So if you said something like, the lyrics of the song show that it's about, or a listener to this song will realize, or if someone takes a look at the lyrics. So as long as it's in third person, there were lots and lots of opportunities to answer that one correctly as long as it was in third person. Question number 6 says, what do body paragraphs support? The answer is the topic sentences, which is part of the body paragraph. So we've got the thesis, which is what the whole essay is about. We've got the topic sentences, which explain the thesis. And then we have the body paragraphs. The body paragraphs explain the topic sentence, which is explaining the thesis. I know that's a little complicated maybe, but that's basically the best way to look at it. Your overall idea, your support for that idea, and then the body paragraphs are supporting the support, explaining that. Number 8 said, what should you review before your next essay assignment, which you have coming up now? The first thing is previous essays and notes. So things that we've gone over at the beginning of the school year. Again, I will take that into consideration for the new students that haven't had those notes yet, but the review the last few days should have helped you. Previous essays, what comments you got on it, what you did wrong, the essay errors, and then of course the peer review, which you will be going over today and doing to help each other out. That is something that should help you as well. A lot of times I grade essays, and when I look at the peer review, I see that someone told you to fix something and you didn't fix something. Part 4, which said using I or me, write 2 sentences with yourself as subject and 2 as the object. You guys should know how to do that correctly at this point if you were in my class last semester. There should have been 2 sentences with I, 2 sentences with me. Until I look at them, I can't tell if you did it correctly. But remember that when the sentence is about you, you're the subject, and you use the word I. When the sentence is about something else, you are the object, and you use the word me. And then the last section of yesterday's assignment talked about your and your, which was the very first thing we went over in class the very first day. And I told you all on the first day that you need to know the difference between contraction and possessive, your versus your. For those of you that are new to the class, on the first day of school, I also told all my students that this question would be essentially extra credit on every test, which has been true. If you know the difference between contraction and possessive, you will get extra credit on almost every single test in my class. All right, as I said the other day, if you have questions on any of that, please email me or see me before class when I see you on Monday. The rest of the period is going to be devoted to taking a look at your rough draft and preparing you for the final draft. The final draft I will be collecting from you on Wednesday. With the final draft, I'm also collecting the peer review, and I'm also collecting the rough draft if you have those today in class. So you do get credit for having them in class today. Those of you that don't have it in class, ask somebody at home to read your rough draft, and hopefully that will help you out. But this is why we have the rough drafts due in class. So the first thing you're going to do together when I'm done talking is the Presidential Persuasive Peer Review. You're going to have 2 people read your essay, and the substitute's going to guide you through all of that. You don't need to worry about it now. You'll have the chance to do that in just a moment. Keep in mind that when you are answering questions and marking up the essay, please do write on the essay. Don't be afraid to mess it up. It's a rough draft. That's what it's for. When you're doing that, please do everything you can to separate yourself from whether or not you agree with what the person is saying and just focus on how they're saying it and writing it. That's how I'm going to grade the essays, and that's how you should as well. We're not having a debate right now. We're helping the person to write what they have to say and make their statements. Also, I already covered that, but I will be collecting the rubric and the rough draft next week on Wednesday with the final draft. Those of you that have been in my class have done this a number of times before. Those of you that are new to it, I understand, and you will be graded accordingly. But on Wednesday, I will be collecting a final draft, the peer review sheet, which you're about to get, and then also the rough draft that was due today. If you don't have it today, then you still should turn in a rough draft with your final draft on Wednesday. Email me or ask me when I see you on Monday. And then the last thing actually not the last thing you're going to do. The thing you're going to do after that is a checklist paper after you do the peer review and you've seen some other examples from other people. And this will just help you make sure that your ideas are organized in the way that I mentioned earlier. Thesis, topic sentences, body paragraphs. All right, and then you do have an assignment to round out the end of the period after all of that. You should have enough time to do this in class. If not, you can take time over the weekend. Always feel free to ask me questions. I look forward to being in class with you. If I had my way, I would have been in class with you, but I'm glad that you've been in great hands all week. And I've been thankful for the people that reached out to me and asked me for help and were confused about things, and we were able to settle that out. You have to make use of having your teachers available in any way that we are. All right, I'll see you on Monday. Have a great weekend. I hope your first week went well,